Hey, I'm Nick Williams, and today I want to talk to you about leads. I want to talk to you about some misconceptions, and I'm going to talk to you about how to get all the leads you want for very little to no cost. And that's very simple. You got to be a producer. Now, understand this. Every FMO, every agency will give you nearly unlimited leads if you're closing them. Now, what happens is agents will go around and shop for an FMO or an agency or a company to work for, and they'll say, I need leads. And the company will, and what they're doing at that point in time is they're selling their soul. They are making a decision based on getting some leads. It's absolutely incorrect. It's absolutely the wrong thing to do, but almost every agent does it out of the gate. So they go, they're shopping, they're talking to me, asking me what type of leads they can get. They're asking other people what type of leads. They're calling FMOs, they're calling all different types of, they're calling captive companies, all for these leads. And what they don't understand is all they have to do is produce at a high level and they'll get all the leads they want. Now, understand also that these leads, these companies that say they're going to give you these leads, they won't. They'll only give them to you if you come out hitting a home run right out of the gate. And most people will not do that. And even then, okay, I will say this, and I cringe saying it, but most of the people you're talking to are lying to you. What they're telling you is a lie. They are not going to give you the leads. And many of them don't have the ability to do so, even if you are a producer. And that's just the basic facts of this industry. You're talking to people that are telling you a story that you want to hear. They're selling you a bill of goods and you're buying it. That's the problem with this business. And the problem is that agents, many like the agents that I'm talking to right now, are going to fall victim to this trap. Let me give you a game plan. Start with somebody that's going to be honest with you, that's going to tell you exactly how this works, that's going to tell you exactly how to sell. Because again, if you can sell, it doesn't matter. It does not matter how good or bad the leads are. You're going to be a big hitter. And when you become a big hitter, then you will get all those good leads. And here's a couple things that you need to know. Most leads are never run effectively. Most leads are thrown in the trash before there's an honest effort to sell them. And these marketers know this. They know that these leads are going in the trash. They know that they're not being run. They know that they're not given an honest effort. There's something like 40-some% of all leads are never run to begin with. They're just never run. Nobody knocks on a door. Nobody makes the phone call, or there's one weak, feeble attempt. Nobody answered. That's it. They won't even call back because most agents don't know how to sell effectively. So again, I'm going to back up. If you know how to sell, you're going to get all the leads you want. That's a fact. That is a fact. We give people leads because they sell. We just don't lie to people up front and tell them we're going to give them leads for free. But if somebody starts producing, then they demand the leads. See, that's what you don't understand, is when you're a big time producer, you tell the FMO, give me the leads or I'm leaving, and they'll give you the leads. I guarantee it. So, and that's not unlimited, and you've got to be a good job, and you have to be a person that's easy to work with. But you will get the leads. Now, think of this another way. There's a moment in time where you're making a decision to build a career, okay? You're making this decision to build a career. And what you do is you're making it on the person that will give you the biggest BS story about how many leads we're going to give you. And do you know what? They're going to tell you, we've got guys that have made $30,000 last month with these leads. And what they're not telling you is that agent, and there are exceptions to this. So I'm not going to say it's every single person, but it's nearly every single recruiter that you talk to is lying to you. Nearly every single one of them. Some of them don't even know it because they're recruiting for a bigger organization, and the organization is telling the recruiter a lie, and the recruiter's just lying. Wait a minute, the recruiter's telling the truth. They don't realize that their truth that they're speaking out of their mouth is a lie that rolls from above. So that's it. You have to know this, and you have to understand that you cannot sacrifice your career for this moment in time where you pick somebody just because they say they're going to give you a bunch of leads. We work with all types of leads, everything from seminar to direct mail to telemarketing. You know we're big in telemarketing because those leads are inexpensive. They are inexpensive. If telemarketing works, our business model is the best. This is selling face-to-face. It is the best. We just had today, somebody started, they started 3 telemarketers. We got 2 going today, and there was 12 and I think 17 leads generated. So tomorrow somebody gets to run 17 leads. Now they'll never run this, so there'll be several agents that run 17 leads. If you can sell those leads, that when you get to the door, it's not they're not waiting for you. Please come in. And here's one of the problems. There's nobody waiting for you saying, please come in. There are no leads, even direct mail, which I consider of the best, that they're saying, please come in. And if you do get the best leads, which may be an inbound call center, and you're sitting there, you are giving up the commissions. And you're also probably giving up ownership of the business. So stop sacrificing your integrity. Stop sacrificing your future for this immediate moment in time. And that's what everybody does. And I'll tell you something, people say, well, this company, I know they're not the best, but I'm going to be able to write a ton of business with them. Most everybody doesn't. When you see those leaderboards where there's like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, even 10, 11, 12 people that are writing $10, $20, $30, $40,000 like this week, that's an anomaly. Those people, some of those people are anomalies. They are not the norm. And you think you're going to go in right in and do that exact same thing. Almost everybody does not. Almost everybody does not. That's above the top 5%. What you don't realize is a lot of these companies have hundreds of agents. You're looking at 10, they may have 500 agents. There's 10 that are putting up big numbers. And some of those people will put up big numbers this week, and you won't see anything from them for 3 weeks or a month because it may be that they have 2 weeks of business they submitted this week. There's all kinds of games that are played, and there's all kinds of lies that are told to you, the agent. It goes on and on and on. You need to be able to be a master at this craft of selling insurance, and if you can be the master of this craft of selling insurance, you can go wherever you want and tell them to give you the leads. If they don't give them to you, somebody else will. I guarantee it. And that's the way it works. And if you want to make a good decision, get involved with somebody like me, somebody that's going to be honest with you and tell you how this stuff really works. Not somebody who's going to tell you, oh yeah, we give you all the leads you need, because they won't give them to you. That is the fact. And I think I've been emphatic enough on this video, and I make this video because I have constant interaction with people every day that say, such and such FMO told me this, but I didn't get it. Such and such FMO promised me leads, I didn't get them. Such and such FMO told me I get direct mail leads. Oh, they're a year old, which is not the worst lead in the world. But there are just so many people that are going to tell you that story, and there are so many agents that are going to buy that story. They're going to make a decision for the future on a story, a BS story, and then they're going to talk to me 3 months later, 6 months later, or 9 months later saying, yeah, I went to this agency. And you know what they're going to do? They're going to say something to me like, yeah, I don't know who to trust. I hear it all the time. I don't know who to trust anymore. And here's one more point that you should focus on in your quest for where you're going to work and who you're going to work with. You got to have one track to run on. We have a one-track system. We know exactly what we're doing. A lot of these people, they'll have you selling one thing and then selling another thing. Or not the agencies. Oftentimes the agencies are on track, but the agents say, well, I'll try some of this and I'll try some of that. It's not going to work. It won't work. You can't try the telephone and door-to-door at the same time. You can't do it. It's not feasible. And don't listen to those people. Today a guy told me if he sees this video, he's going to be mad at me for saying this. But I told him, you can't sell telephone leads working 2 hours a day. It doesn't work. It's a lie. There may be somebody that's done it, but the people have to answer the phone. So they're not going to answer it all. It's not like you're going to make 10 phone calls and they're all going to answer right away. Of 10, 20 phone calls, 2 or 3 people may answer, and 4 or 5 may answer, or 8 or 9 may answer, but they probably not 8 or 9. It's like a 40% answer rate at best, 30% even. So the people just aren't going to answer the phone. So you're going to have to keep calling and keep calling and keep calling. You're going to have to call them today, in the morning, and in the afternoon, and perhaps in the evening, because maybe it's a Facebook lead. You don't know when they're home. They may never answer the phone from 9 to 5, and you're calling from 9 to 12. So you can't get them. They cannot be reached. So you got to try them in the afternoon, and maybe they're a late sleeper. They just don't answer the phone before noon. So those people you got to try from noon to 5, and some people shut it all down about 6, 7 o'clock because they're old. So many fabrications of what you could or should be doing in this business. There's one way that we teach it, and we know it works. And we welcome you to contact us. Send an email to me, nick@medicaremillionaire.com. We can establish a line of dialogue that may be fruitful for you. And that's it. I think I'll leave it right there. Like our videos, subscribe, and we'll talk to you soon.